Hey guys, and welcome to Ozzie Reviews. I'm going to show you today my ultimate honey soy and chili beef jerky. Now you can also use venison for this, but let me show you the ingredients you need to use because this is just absolutely beautiful. So this is what you need. Soy and honey sauce, apple cider vinegar, salt, pepper, smoky rub, chili flakes, celery salt, garlic powder, onion powder, cumin seeds, smoked paprika, cayenne pepper, and ground chili. Now for the meat, you can use various cuts, but I've just got some home kill rump steak here. So the first thing that we need to do is cut off all the fat. Now, obviously there's still going to be little bits, within the meat, but the bigger parts of the fat here, we really want to get rid of that because obviously we don't want that being dehydrated because it can spoil the jerky. Okay, so that's a lot leaner than what it was. You can cut it pretty much whichever way you want, but I like to have roughly a couple of mil. Okay, like so, because obviously, look, it will get thinner, but you don't want to be putting a big chunk of meat, in the dehydrator. So obviously having a really sharp knife will help greatly here. Okay, so it's all cut up into nice thin pieces there, ready to do our marinade. So to start with, get yourself a Tupperware container just like this. And we'll measure out the soy sauce. Now, we'll need a couple of bottles of this actually because for 2 kilos of meat, we want to put in about 350 mils. Pour that in. And a good dash of salt. About 70 mils of the apple cider vinegar. And add 70 mils of water. Nice sprinkle of pepper. Put in a good dose of the rub, the smoky rub. Just gives it a nice flavour, this. Chili flakes. Now this will just depend on how hot you want it. Now I personally like hot, but other people that I give this to certainly don't like it hot, so just put a few in there. It doesn't heat it up terribly unless you put a lot in. Bit of the celery salt, some garlic powder, onion powder, a little bit of cumin seed, paprika, cayenne pepper, and last of all some chili powder. Okay, so mix it all together and add the meat. Okay, so mix all that up. Then add the rest. And then give it all a stir. And as you can see, that beautiful marinade is just over every little bit of the beef. And then just pop a lid on it and put it in the fridge, usually overnight, but if you don't want to do that, just a minimum of 4 hours. Okay, so now we've got the beef jerky out of the fridge and it's been marinating and soaking for 12 hours. So, honestly, the smell of that is just absolutely beautiful. So we've got our tray for our food dehydrator. Now, if you haven't seen it, guys, have a look at the Bio Chef Savannah food dehydrator review that I've done and you can see this, in more detail. So we'll just get the strips here and just lay them out on the tray. Okay, so we've almost filled 2 trays there. As you can see, guys, like I say, it's a couple of mil thick, probably about 5 to 6 mil is the thickness of the jerky. So let's get it into the dehydrator now and see how this turns out. So really, depending on thickness will depend on the amount of time that you dehydrate the jerky for. So what I'm going to do is start off with 6 hours on the normal 50 degrees, but then what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it over and then do it for another 6 hours, okay, at 50 degrees. Okay, so it's been 6 hours. And as you can see here, look, dehydrated fairly well, but underneath it's still a bit moist. So what I'm going to do is just turn it over here and we'll put it on for another couple of hours just to get into that side as well. Have a look at that. Beautiful. Bring that tray out. Oh, look at that. Absolutely beautiful. Still got a little bit of that sauce on it, you can see there. So there you have it, guys. The ultimate honey, soy and chili beef jerky. If you do like this recipe, please give it the thumbs up. Always remember to subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching, guys, and we'll catch you on the next review.